From the depths of the ocean to the reaches of space, from French Kitchen to the Grand Prix, and from Boo's Closet to Andy's Toy Box, Pixar has managed to make us feel every emotion possible in every place imaginable. And now they're heading to the Scottish Highlands. I'm Jake Hamilton here in beautiful Edinburgh, Scotland, where I'm getting ready to talk with the stars of Brave and ask them if you had the chance to change your fate, would you? Get ready, this is Jake's Takes.
It stands 12 feet tall, with razor-sharp claws. His hide littered with the weapons of fallen warriors. His face scarred with one dead eye. I drew my sword and...
Chomp! Dad's leg was clean off!
Oh, that's my favourite part.
Now, when I was reading a lot of articles leading up to this, and one of the jokes everyone was making is, oh, I wonder how long Merida would last in the Hunger Games. So I definitely didn't want to do that, but I had a few projects that you've worked on, and I'm curious as to what you think her experience would be like in a few of the past films that you've worked on. Okay, Boardwalk Empire.
I think she would rule the route. I think she'd take over from Nucky Thompson.
Trainspotting.
Well, young MacGuffin would do okay because, you know, the accents in Trainspotting are so thick that a lot of people couldn't understand them, and nobody can understand young MacGuffin. So I think he'd acquit himself quite well in Trainspotting.
Trainspotting.
Trainspotting. Oh, bless her. I can't even imagine that.
I almost don't want to imagine Merida in Trainspotting.
No, we can't do that. It's Pixar.
Well, we won't do the R-rated version. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Oh, young MacGuffin. No, I don't think he'd last 2 seconds in that. He's too big a target.
Right.
Look at him. He's massive.
Right.
It's like, you know, he'd be shot from like some sniper attack.
Right.
In 2 seconds.
So technically, he'd be a noob.
He'd be a noob. Yeah.
Ah,
he'd be, yeah.
bummer.
Man down. Bummer.
No Country for Old Men.
She'd still be alive. She'd be one of the few characters
that would
survive.
If anyone could take on Anton Chigurh, I think with the bow and arrow, Hannibal Rising.
Hannibal Rising. Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe young Lord MacGuffin would be okay. I think
there's a lot to eat there.
Exactly. There's a lot of meat on their bones.
Right.
So I think they'd both maybe, you know, end up being somebody's supper.
In accordance with our laws, the firstborn of each of the great leaders must prove their worth. Merida, stop! A lady enjoys elegant pursuits.
So I have to tell you, one of the things I love about Merida is that there are so many things about being a princess that she genuinely hates, and hates, you know, the responsibilities and the things she's required to do. What are things that an actress is required to do, certain things that are expected of you that you just hate to do?
I don't like getting my photo taken.
Really?
I really, really don't. I used to not think about it, but as I get older, I'm horrible at it, horrible. And I have to get my photo taken, apart from all the events and things you have to do, at work for continuity. I get my photo taken all the time, and I'm really, it makes me, yeah.
What is it? You don't like feel comfortable? You don't?
Yeah, not at all comfortable.
I present my only son. He took out a whole armada single-handedly. With one arm, he was steering the ship.
I took a quiz on Facebook the other day, and it was pretty much like, what does your favorite Disney film say about you? And my favorite Disney film of all time is The Lion King. So I put The Lion King, hit submit, and it came back and it said, are you a loud, talkative, 20-year-old guy? And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
They nailed it.
So if someone, when this movie comes out, if someone's favorite Disney film is Brave, what is that going to say about them?
What's that going to say about them? I don't know. They must be Scottish. They must have ginger hair, beard, and Scottish, even if you're a woman.
Right.
I want my freedom.
But are you willing to pay the price your freedom will cost?
Careful what you wish for, my mother would say.
What's the worst that could happen?
I think that acting is a hard profession. I don't think, obviously I couldn't do it. And I would think not actually physically being on camera makes it that much harder. What, compared to the hardest emotion to emote when you're live, what is the hardest emotion to express through animation?
I find laughing, you know, there's a lot of in this film. There's a lot of the characters laughing, you know, and after a while, you know, after 15 takes of that, it's hard to kind of keep things funny. It's hard to make yourself laugh.
Right.
So, ironically, laughing over and over again is quite a challenge.
Do they try to make you do it in different ways? Like, how many different ways are there to laugh?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of ways you can laugh. You can laugh, you know, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I'm going to say Mark Andrews, our director, is such a funny guy. And when he could sense that you were phoning it in and you weren't quite, laughing from your gut, he would tell you some joke or just do something crazy in the booth just to kind of get you going again. So he helped a lot.
That's interesting, because for some reason I always thought that laughing would be one of the easiest ones, but I guess if you think about it, you can tell if it's a fake laugh. You can tell if it's a
fake laugh pretty fast. A fake cry you can get away with, but a fake laugh, people know it a mile off.
No more fighting! Show a little decorum!
Feast your eyes!
Obviously, there is a lot of responsibility that comes into this part, it being the first Pixar female heroine. That's a big deal. Did that adjust you at all when you stepped up to the mic for the first time on the first day? Did it go through your mind?
Luckily, I don't think it was deliberately kept from me, that fact, but I wasn't really aware of it for quite a while. It was so, and I'm glad, because when it was brought to my attention, I did get the fear slightly and felt a lot of pressure and like my husband's been joking about it. He's like, well, they've got a pretty good track record, but this could be, you could ruin it for them.
Your husband was telling you this?
Yeah, very supportive husband normally, but yeah, I think it's kind of awesome now. I feel very lucky and privileged.
Can I ask how it was brought to your attention? Like, did someone just come up to you?
It just sort of, just through conversations, it sort of, it filtered through. That information finally reached my brain.
Right. So it was just kind of like a, oh, by the way, and then that's when it hit you?
Yeah. People just started talking about it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Wow. That's a heck of a by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Along with talking to the stars, the Hamiltons are from Scotland, so Disney took me on an adventure where I got back to my Scottish roots and learned to see if I have what it takes to be brave. First up, archery lessons. Well, I have just literally landed in Scotland. I've been here for a grand total of about half an hour, and my buddy Jim here found me, and he's going to teach me how the art of the bow and arrow, because naturally he looked at me and he said, you look like a natural bow and arrower. Is that right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
A little bit more convincing, Jim. Come on.
Yes, pretty good.
Excellent. That's what I thought. Okay, so.
Okay. Right.
All right.
You gotta, if you just come back a wee bit there, yeah.
Okay.
Hold it in here. Yeah. Now if you put 3 fingers under the arrow.
3 fingers under the arrow?
Like so. Put these 3 fingers under. No. Put 3 under. Like that's it. Good. Okay. You lift this arm, push with this arm, keep your elbow up, and pull back to your middle finger, touches the side of your mouth like so.
My middle finger?
Yep.
Touches the mouth.
And close your left eye. Left eye closed, that's right. Put the arrow point in the centre of the target and just let it go. Okay.
Oh, did you get that? Oh, right? First time.
Okay. Ah, well, first today.
God, you're a great teacher. That's good, right?
Well.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's a good start.
I'm assuming you're smiling with amazement over there, right? Thought so. Everyone's a critic.
Okay.
Jim?
Yeah, very good. Well done. Hey.
I'm like his son. I've been to Scotland for half an hour and I already have a new father. Look what he taught me. Can we zoom in over there?
Yeah, well, I think you're working on USA time rather than Scottish time. What I'm going to do is come see.
Me and Jim did that. That's our guy. Half an hour. I'm practically a Scotsman.
Yep, pretty good.
All right, we'll trade off. I'll give you the suit if you'll let me wear the kilt.
You wouldn't like it. It's itchy.
It's a little breezy.
Just a bit.
I like it.
Keeps you cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Jim, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You ever come through Texas? I have a very comfortable fold-out couch. You're more than welcome. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. And next, a little clans fighting.
Usually found when Highlanders went into battle, it was more of a hassle to wear their plaids because, as you can see, I have pockets here.
Right.
It would be easy for people to grab onto this and drag me about. So a lot of the Highlanders actually took off their kilts and actually fought.
Take off
all their
jacket
clothes
is what you're saying?
and used to fight in just their shirt.
Okay.
So completely naked, near enough. True Scotsman. Right, come on.
Fair enough. All right. Now what else do I need to know?
How to use your swords.
Okay. That thing's heavy. Good God, I gotta do like some push-ups to get ready for that. Okay.
And that's it, get into your stance.
Okay, what is... And then...
Just make sure you don't die.
Just point the guy with the other end. Right?
That's my son.
This is your son?
Yeah.
Go on, you go.
He's teaching me well.
There you go. So,
Let's go.
Reportedly nothing underneath.
What can I do? Oh! Hey! You're supposed to make me look good!
No, it doesn't quite work like that. You're supposed to stay alive.
I'm doing my best! This is a Disney junket, for God's sake, man!
You better dictate to our fathers and who will marry.
well done.
Thank you, gentlemen!
Well done. You're brave! You were rubbish! You were rubbish!
They said I was great! You heard it here. I was rubbish. From Edinburgh, Scotland, I'm Jake Hamilton, and this is Jake Stakes.